A nice bright hello to everybody. It is an absolute privilege to join you here today to share with you what we at MTN has done to make this pandemic motivating and inspiring to our people. The pandemic hit us fast and hard. There is a saying that Catherine Sent has that says we are at our finest when we take care of each other. This pandemic made it important for us to show care and compassion to our people. For me, when I started studying at RAU, the most important motivation hierarchy was Maslow. I believe that Maslow takes us through every step of the journey. So if we make sure that we can satisfy people in their psychological needs, their safety needs, their sense of belonging, esteem, you will have a greater sense of purpose, greater connection, greater engagement, and higher productivity. So when we started this pandemic journey, it was important that we look after the basic needs of our employees. We needed to ensure that they know the basic information about the pandemic, how to take care of themselves, and then it was very important for us to provide for them. We needed to provide them with sanitizers, with wearing a mask, as well as the importance of social distancing. If you move on, we also acknowledge that people had a safety need. MTN was one of the first organizations that decided to work remotely when the pandemic hit. In March, we decided that safety first, and we reorganized our whole working structures to protect our employees. We created workbooks. The workbooks was very informative. It started off with explaining what are the things that you will need to work from home. We had a good partnership that we played with HR, information technology, information security, as well as then internal communications to ensure the success of the whole journey. The workbook was created to also give people information on the pandemic. It identified what is the role of employees, what is the role of the employee, as well as where to get help when you need it, whether it was from a wellness perspective or whether it was from a technology perspective, or if you needed psychological assistance. We acknowledge that the sense of belonging was one of the most important things. We all want to feel that we belong somewhere. You go to a school or an organization to have a sense of affiliation. So we created a lot of platforms where people could still feel part of the organization. We created a Yellow Hive. The Yellow Hive was really a chat tool for the employees to chat to each other. Microsoft Teams was used for the meeting platform, and then Yammer was where the executives would then engage with each other and engage with the staff. This was an absolute epic experience. We had the whole globe on a call where everybody was engaged. We call it Apart Yet Together. We had Rob Shooter, that was the host, and Paul Newman, who's our HR director, all playing a very big leadership visibility role, because we acknowledge that leadership visibility and engagement was one of the most important things to motivate people and feel that they are still part of an organization and that they are not alone by themselves. We created virtual coffee chats, and that was really where people just engage with each other, no work discussed. It was checking in how people are, if they are well, and then also acknowledging that organizational dynamics shifted and changed. We also created virtual team building where people could connect, but also where we could still make sure that the sense of purpose and the sense of direction that the teams needed was well embedded. Then also, the sense of feeling accomplished was also very, very important. So there was a couple of things that we made big decisions on. The economy was going through a lot of strain at the time, and a lot of companies made a decision not to give salary increases. We at MTN made a decision to say, you know what, we do not want this burden on our employees. We're still going to give increases. The executive team donated their salary increases to the employees. And then we also have a lifestyle benefit which we then allowed the staff to buy sanitizers, masks, home equipment or home office equipment to take the burden and the strain off them. We included some challenges, so competitions, where we break down the silos and encourage the employees to participate in solving organizational challenges as teams. The Infinity Challenge was one of those, and it was done across the globe. So it could be done virtually, and people from across the organization participated, whether it was in HR or in the business, and that created quite a great hype within the organization. In terms of recognition, we've also got the MTN Shine platform. So the Shine platform is really a platform where you can recognize employees, you can recognize each other for little and big contributions that each other make, and you can put a little picture and a nice wording in the motivation as well. So that encouraged quite a lot of people to work across boundaries as well. And then last but not least, we all have a need to feel that you have achieved something. So this meant that we needed to relook our performance management process. So instead of having your performance management process where it was a one-on-one on a yearly basis, we shifted it to a platform of continuous feedback, focusing very much on coaching and career management. Last but not least, the psychological well-being of the employees was very, very critical. And so we introduced a couple of platforms, one starting with leadership development, where we trained and coached the leaders in terms of how do you manage teams remotely, how do you motivate, how do you encourage teams remotely. And then secondly, we partnered with ICAS, who is our wellness partner, to ensure that if staff want to have confidential conversations, whether it is around the pandemic, whether it is around their managers, their colleagues, or their family life, that they have a platform in which they can engage with the partners. We also made sure that we put in some measures after we got feedback from employees that says, you know what, it's become a Teams day. Everything is Teams back to back, back to back. So we then introduce a no meetings day, which is every month. You are then allowed to just spend time being productive. And then we've also got for up till certain levels where people can have 4 hours meetings and 4 hours productivity time. And we're encouraging people to say, you are the owner of your diary. You need to take control of your diary, of your life. You need to also make sure that you put a balance in terms of work, family. You need to make sure that if you've got kids, you're allowing that time for them to participate. You're allowing that time to help them with schooling or whatever accountabilities you've got as a mom or a dad. Or if you've got family members that are ill, you must allow yourself the time to look after them, to nurture and to care for them. We also then made sure that managers are equipped to deal with this new normal. So there was quite a lot of initiatives that we've done, which I will gladly also still share with you further. But there was a big focus on leadership development and really in terms of compassion and care. So I think in the time that we've got, that is all that I can share with you for now. And I look forward to addressing the question and answers with you. Thank you very much.
Outstanding, Bedelia. Thank you very much.